So, bless me. And this is about my past, acknowledging my past, and my presentation on ROL. So, I am a dentist from India, and I have worked in a millennium city in India, close to the capital of India, that is Gurgaon. It's well recognized on world map now, and it's a multicultural city. People from all over the world, from industries and from different organizations, they come there, they settle down there, and many people abroad also, who are not from India, they have a dream to settle down in Gurgaon. So I have worked in Gurgaon in many clinics, in multi-specialty hospitals, and once I got a chance to work with an organization which was NGO, and I have been a part of rural and urban dental camps and screening programs, and that was the time when I felt stuck for the very first time. And it's because when I looked at the condition of the rural people there, I realized that as a responsible dentist, something is missing from my profession. Something ethical, something very important, which I have ignored, is missing. So after a practice of more than 7 years, I realized a need for change. Change in terms of preventive and community dentistry, change in terms of making people aware of what they are going through, how can they prevent their dental diseases from coming to them, and how things like tobacco can cause cancer. Even after motivating them a lot, I was not able to move them in terms of their thinking, their perception. They were all the same. So I was quite upset, and I was feeling stagnant, stuck. So what can be the solution to my stagnation? So I moved to my next level, this one. And I realized my purpose. It's not only the purpose for my practice, it's purpose of my life. And the purpose is that, dear Deepika, learning is a continuous process like a flowing river. It has life, but a stagnant water body stinks. So then I moved to the next level of clarity, and I realized that I can divide my purpose in two basic compartments. One is personal and one is professional. Now, personal, I'm going to discuss it with you, very little bit of that, because my presentation is focused more on my reflective practice, my reflection towards my profession. But I'm friends with you from past 1 month. I'm there with you, so I can discuss it with you to a level. So personal purpose is to balance my family life and my work. And second, I have a habit of keeping a journal always with me. This is my journal. I have written down the points of my personal purpose here also in my journal. You can see. It's 1 year goal, 5 year goal for me, my family, my daughter, everybody. So, and I'm feeling so lucky that I can give presentation towards it in front of you people. So, it's like becoming a self-help person. I am a very messy person. I am very poor at technology. I never tried it. So this is the time to do it. God has given me the signal. So, and it's like winning over my fears. I never have been to, any other country alone, but for the very first time I had to travel alone without my family. And there are many other fears, so I have to overcome them. adventure, traveling, so I'm liking New Zealand, I'm loving it. I have new experiences, and it's towards my health and my spiritual growth. Because I have realized that something special lies in me. Up to this much extent, I can discuss it with you right now. That something special is inside me, and I have to explore it. So it's regarding my spiritual growth. Now coming to my professional purpose, I decided on that day only that I was in a camp and I was looking at a patient, and I haven't, I don't want to show any kind of picture how we dentists have to face. His whole mouth was, malignant, and he was dying of pain, and I couldn't do anything. And it was the same young person who came to me 1.5 years back, and he was addicted to tobacco chewing, and I told him that don't do that. I motivated, I tried my best, but I couldn't move him at all, and the same person was dying. At that time, I decided that I have to polish my skills, because in my basic technical dentistry, it's lacking. How you can polish your skills, how you can motivate people, how you can make them aware, how you can reform your practice, transform your practice, and how you can connect more to the community as a dentist. So it was all missing from my subjects, how to connect. There was only one subject in third year of my dental practice. It was preventive and community dentistry, that's all. And it also included the data about epidemiology, how you can be a cohort study, how you can go for, communication, how you can go for the data. It was all about the data, the studies, the research, but it was not on the level of how we can polish being dentists to go beyond our technical knowledge and work for the community, for the people who need it really hard. So, why New Zealand? The purpose of coming to New Zealand is to explore about the New Zealand health environment. I have many friends here in New Zealand, and all of them praise a lot about New Zealand health environment and organizations. Everybody of them is so much happy with New Zealand. Many of them are living for more than 10 years in New Zealand. So they are all saying that if you want to explore more about the health policies, about the health system, about the dental system, how you can work with the community, then come over the place, darling, enjoy, but learn. So I'm here to learn and to manage and to put more efforts. Now, I speak so much. So, this is my process to reflect, and this is a very rough work. Everybody has been doing it. I also did it the same way, nothing new. But I need more explanation. You need more explanation. So it's a very basic approach to reflection which I use time and again, and I found it so that I can explain clearly. It's about my career. So what are the basic things which I require for pursuing my career now and going forward, and reflect upon it, reflect on my past, and where I stand and what weaknesses I have, what strengths I have, what more regarding education or skills or vision or interest or values or goals I require. This is another very beautifully explained, image about reflective practice, how we can reflect. So this was really helpful to me in my process to reflection, where I could decide that, okay, now I'm here, what next, how I can move, how to reflect on my past, what I have done, what mistakes I have done, what I have done and what I haven't done. So reflective practice is about the subject knowledge, it's basic, about the skills I have to develop, and it's about the interpersonal relationship, which is a very important part in community dentistry. It's about research and teaching itself. So being a student, I'm there. Research and teaching access, even though it's a very plain and very basic thing for me right now, but it's there. And personality, it's like It's regarding my personal purpose or my personal goals I want to achieve in life. So basically, I am following from past 1 month Gibbs spiral, Gibbs cycle, and it basically starts with reflect. You have to reflect, then you have to plan, you have to act, then observe, then reflect, and the process continues. I can explain more about the Gibbs spiral in the coming slide. This is about Gibbs reflective cycle. It applies both to you, to your personal and your professional practice. I must say, I have tried it, and yeah, it works. It works a lot. It's about description that what happened, what exactly happened. I can link it with my problems I faced in community, and then the feeling that I felt bad, I couldn't do anything, and then evaluate that what was good about the experience and what was bad, how can I develop positive thinking about that, and how I can analyze the situation and come to a conclusion, and then make my action plan. This is a very elaborative, even though it's simple, but it's very elaborative and very complex thing. Like my first slide, I just want to go to my first slide. It's a tooth, okay? It's a tooth in the form of an iceberg. So I have to say about this, it represents a lot about my dentistry. I like this image so much that I had to put it, and this is like, it relates to the depth of the knowledge I have to gain. I have to gain about my profession, about my personal things. I have hurdles which came in my place in form of iceberg. The hurdles appear to be very small, but when I looked at them, they were very deep, under the sea. It's like under the sea of an iceberg. So now about the approaches, and I have discussed it, Gibbs reflective cycle. Now about the pedagogy, reflective pedagogy. So I have read a lot of articles to my best, how many articles I could read. So to my best of efforts, I read about them. And what Mona discussed about the Donald Shawn, it's the best one, which I can use in being a reflective practitioner. And what Donald Shawn has described, it's like he has two approaches. One is it's a swamp overlooking approach, and it basically discusses about, in my terms, it's like I'm a dentist. So swamp overlooking, when you look at from there, only you will be able to look at this. This is the highland. You can solve the technical problems in dentistry about a patient, how you can correct the cavity, how you can extract a teeth. You have solutions for them. But the problems which are lying in lowlands, which are not visible at all. So these are the biggest deep embedded problems which we totally ignore being dentists in India. I have realized this. So I really want to make a change and reform my practice and do something about that. So one more approach is there, which Donald has used. I'm not getting it right now. So, okay, maybe it will come in next page. So one is, it's a single loop and a double loop action plan. You know, I'll tell you how professionals think in action. The reflective practitioner. It's explaining about the governing variables of a situation in practice, followed by the action strategy, leading to the consequences in a single loop and double loop learning process. It means planning, then plan to action, and then result in the same manner. It involves reflection in action and reflection on action. This was what I was trying to say about Don and Sean, that reflection in action and reflection on action. It's my role in dentistry. Being a reflective practitioner, it's my role. Reflection in action during the process, the present, and reflection on action about my past, what I did, and then what I need to plan for my future. And it can be well explained simply in a cyclical loop by Greenaway. And he has written a thesis on powerful learning experience in management, learning and development. It includes review, then plan, and do it in a cyclical loop. Oh yeah, then it has come to my references. This is my theory about my ROL, that to know the world, first know yourself. To change the world, first change yourself. And my outcomes, it's about developing my reflective practice. It's this whole 1 month reflection changed my way of thinking in practice and personal point of view. I have started to reform my belongingness to self and profession through provocations, which totally the credit goes to Alexandra and my peers. Thank you so much. And it has boosted up my self-confidence to a level where I never imagined myself. So it has worked on my personality as well. After asking questions, ask about, after talking to so many people, you all are from different backgrounds, and I talk to you and I ask questions, so I feel very happy and I feel confident. Yeah, okay. So I have started making plans for future growth and learning, even though this course directly doesn't relate to my dental practice. But yeah, I will choose the subjects which will help me in developing my managerial skills like leadership or negotiated studies, which can help me further grow in my practice and reflect on dental practice in community and plan for further actions in future in my profession. Thank you very much. I think it's 10 minutes over.